Hello, so we are in the sync tab of the ArtboardKit plugin. For this one, I wanted to try something different. So it's a combination of tabs, not only the sync tab. So the first thing I want to do is to collapse everything. And let's go to this project here and let's refresh so it loads all the artboards that I have here. Okay, I'm the sync tab and let's delete this layer, this artboard. Okay, so imagine I want to add a page number to each artboard, like we have in the rename tab tutorial before. So one way to do that is I can go to the first, let's group all this. Let's go to the first artboard and let's create a text layer. Here, let's put this layer and let's try number 1 and let's change the color to, let's say, blue. Okay, and let's make it bigger so we can see it. Yeah, for example, let's say this is beautiful and you love it and this is what you want to for all the boards. Now, one way to put that text layer into all order boards, let's call this page number, is to pressing Alt and throw in the other board, and you can do that 16 times. Imagine there is 100, so it's gonna be a pain to do that. So that's where the sync tab come up, and then you have this option that is you can set a layer from an artboard, and the plugin will allow you to replicate all that or populate all other artboards with that layer in the same position, and that way you don't have to do it manually. And the beautiful about this is you can combine different tabs, of course. And one way to combine this is, for example, let's delete this so there is no confusion, is I can rename, because this layer is called page number, the description here. It will rename all their boards based on the first one. So let's try. And now everything is named correctly. And let's say that for some reason you want to delete the names because you are not happy with the numbers, because you are not happy with the number anymore, or you have a comment from the client that you have to delete the names. Or let's try first, you want to modify the names. So you can go here to page number. Let's say that was too big and too ugly. To double click and let's say 30, no, too small, 48, and instead to bold, let's say light, and 60, for example. Okay. Now it's more subtle. Let's also move it to the bottom here. Okay, perfect. Now it's more like it. Let's do the same. Let's say the page and populate and push that layer to all their boards. And of course, what happened is that the layer, it goes replaced for the change that we did. So this layer here, it got replace all the other layers in all other artboards. So we can come back to rename tab because the name still is the same, page number. We can again renumber again their boards. So quickly we have a modification. We modify all the layers at the same time. And let's say for some reason that you want to delete, you don't want to have the number anymore. So the same, you can set this. It's already set, but anyway, you have this button here to delete that layer. You have to be very careful with this because the layer that you set up, all the names, all the layers with that name that you set here are gonna be deleted from the artboards, okay, from the project. But let's do it, delete. and that get deleted. Another example is this project where I have different designs and different colors, and imagine that we want to change the background color of all these artboards at the same time. So we have a few artboards. I mean, we can do it manually, but there is a better way. For example, the problem with this is that the background is in the hierarchy at the bottom of each artboard. You see, it's at the bottom. But the good thing is all the artboards have a similar structure. So what we can do is duplicate this background. I will change the number. I will name it background 2. And I will change the color to something like, let's say, this pink here, but a little bit darker, maybe. Okay, let's try. Yeah. All right, let's say that we like this. So one way, the way to do this in the sync tab is to set that layer as a source from this artboard, banner 1, and then instead of use the option on top, I want to put it in the same position. So it's going to be in the hierarchy of the artboard, inside the artboard. It's going to try to put it in the same position. If the hierarchy is super different in all the artboards, so it's going to be placed in the top. But if the structure is similar, it's going to be placed in the similar position, so at the bottom. So let's do it. So I have to all artboards, same position, push to all artboards. And this is what I have. And the other good thing is, because I already have a layer that is called background 2 in all the artboards, background 2, I can keep modifying this layer. So let's try maybe a yellow and a little bit more dark. Okay. Let's say this is the color now. So we can do the same, and we can keep repeating the same process as we like until we are happy with the color that we want. At the end of the day, if we decide that this background no longer is we no longer want it, and we want to go back to what we had before, the original design. So it's the same. We already have it set here. We can go and delete that layer. The only thing with that layer, you have to keep in mind that delete from all artboards is going to delete this layer with this name. So all the layers that have this name is going to be deleted from the project. Okay, so let's do it. All the artboards, that background have been deleted. This one was already there. I was like, hey, where is the background? Okay, and this is how the sync tab works in the ArtboardKit for Photoshop. And the last layer is the last button is the same as in the range. Collapse all. It's gonna collapse all the artboards. Thank you.